Good morning and welcome back to Wake Up America Weekend. I'm Amanda Brilhanti. Now, the Dow taking a beating this week, and here to talk about that and all the business headlines, business and market analyst and Newsmax contributor Seth Denson. Seth, good morning and welcome back.
Hey, good morning, Amanda. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Seth. Let's get right into it. The markets ending in the red yesterday following a huge loss on Thursday, especially for the Dow. Lots of headlines this week for the markets. Seth, do you expect this is a full bear market, or is now a good time for investors to buy before a bull?
Well, I don't know that we're in a full bear market. That being said, Amanda, I think if you're going into the market, you need to be very cautious from a perspective of what you're buying. You want to look at companies with good balance sheets. This is not, I mean, I have given up on trying to time the market. My crystal ball is really hazy, so I tell people all the time, I subscribe to Warren Buffett's idea of buy and hold. I think there are deals to be had because there are going to be companies that come through whatever this economic downturn might look like, but they got good balance sheets, they've got good business fundamentals. I'm a buy and hold guy, not a timing guy. So yes, there are deals to be had, but be smart in how you go get them.
I think more than one of us have a foggy crystal ball there, Seth, not just you.
Yeah, okay, now, good. Glad to know I'm not alone.
Yeah, the U.S. adding 428,000 jobs in April and the unemployment rate holding steady at 3.6%. Seth, what does this mean for Americans?
Well, listen, I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, that video clip of that, you get that anvil over Wile E. Coyote's head, and it's like holding on by that thread. I think that the jobs market right now is what's holding that on by the thread, and it's the last kind of hope for us staying out of a recession. The fact that Americans still have jobs that can go to work, there's still jobs available. Employers are still hiring. All of that is the kind of that last beacon of hope. So if we can hold on to that and get a lot of these aspects of like inflation and so on turned around, we might see this economy recover without going into a recession. That jobs market, that's our kind of our last stand.
Seth, that sounds pretty stressful here. Using this anvil example, there's a thin thread right now holding this together, and you're mentioning inflation to kind of turn this around. But if we do head into a recession, I mean, how does that string end up snapping?
Well, listen, it does because employers, if you end up into a recession where the economy is not growing and the Fed continues to raise interest rates, which is its last opportunity at this point to try to keep us from going into recession, the Fed's really balancing this on a razor thin edge, because if they raise rates too much at this point, we will go into a recession. And they're having to determine, is that worth it? Well, if that happens and employers lose access to capital, they're going to cut jobs. That's one of the first things to go. And so, this really is about making sure we can get energy online, get inflation under control, and get government to stop spending money, because that is a primary source of why inflation is doing what it's doing.
I don't know if we're going to get government to stop spending money just yet, Seth.
Not all that hopeful either.
Now, switching gears, we're going to focus on a company here because Adidas, they reported a big 38% drop in profit during the first quarter. And the company blamed a challenging market environment in China. Now, Seth, do you think there's more going on here? Is China to blame?
Well, I mean, listen, I don't know if you blame. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the supply chain issue for Adidas when they get so much of what they do from the East. That's going to be a challenge for them. And they can't get the product they sell in the United States. Adidas is widely sold throughout Asia as well. So you've got kind of a double whammy. People aren't spending money there, and they can't get product from there to here. So listen, it's easy to point the finger and blame and say these are the reasons, but maybe Adidas should have rethought where their market is and rethought where their supply chains come from earlier. But listen, this is a problem not just for Adidas. Adidas's stock, by the way, is down over 40% over the last year. So if you've been holding that, boy, keep holding it in the hopes that it's going to come back up, because you don't want to lose your shorts in the process.
40% down. That's a pretty big drop there. Seth Denson, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, man.
Up next, we're going to be live at the board.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.